back. He literally put his life on the line by being a conservative on a college campus, right? And he lost it. The very thing he warned us about was his undoing. It's still hard to believe. Now, my social media inboxes, they were flooded with questions like, who's going to take Charlie's place? And will we ever learn from this? I'm just as angry as everyone else is. We're no longer fostering healthy debate. We're fostering kids who get easily offended and don't want to hear anything other than the mainstream media and or the indoctrination of their college of choice. We find it so difficult nowadays to have good and healthy discourse. When we disagree today, people shut down and retreat to their comfortable corners. It's too difficult to do the work and the research and see what the subject, research the subject and come up with your own educated opinion. It's easier to retreat and join the pack of other lemmings of like-minded thinking. Now, my next guest has all her original thoughts. Please welcome to the show, Dr. Carol Swain. Doctor, thanks for coming on. It's a tough day. It's a double whammy type of day. I led off the show with it, the 24th anniversary of 9/11, as well as having to come to terms with the horrific death of Charles Kirk yesterday. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I knew Charlie Kirk. I've been on panels with him, TV shows, and I feel that his murder was as much about his Christian values and faith as anything else, because the positions he took that alienated the left were all based on his desire to have a traditional way of life and a biblical worldview. And so when he went out talking to college students, letting them know that they didn't have to be indoctrinated, that there was another way, that there's a better way, he died for that. And because he died for that, my position is that he is a martyr. And because he was martyred for his Christian values and principles, I believe that his voice will be so more amplified in death than it ever was in life, and that he will continue to impact just millions of people around the world. And so his legacy, it's unfortunate that his life was cut short at a young age. That happens. But at the end of the day, followers of Christ should expect to be persecuted and martyred at times.
In economics on this show, we talk a lot about the things that make you an adult, right? You grow up, you get married, you buy a house, you have children. And those things, it's not lost on me that a lot of those things are in the Christian teachings too. And Charlie advocated for a lot of those things. Get married, have children, do a lot of the things that, again, the left was not say against, but a lot of times they weren't in support of. So I agree with you. He embodied a lot of the things that, again, we talk about in becoming an adult when you work on your finances. But at the same time, there were some of those things weren't really that popular. And he would tell folks that it's, women, somebody staying home with the child, somebody being there for the kids, getting married, buying that house. I mean, and I know that got him in some hot water with some groups.
It did. And also the fact that he was a young white male. He rejected college for a different way. You look at Turning Point USA, how he took that organization that he birthed. It's my understanding that it's in on more than 3,500 campuses, or there are 3,500 chapters. Some of them may be in high schools. And all of this was something that young man built. His life was cut short at 31 years old, but boy, has his voice and will his voice be amplified. And I think that he should serve as an example for all of us. It doesn't matter how old we are. We can look to this young man and the things that motivated him to get up every day and to go out there and to go on those campuses, to risk his life, because he's had death threats for a long time. He traveled with security personnel. He had more than one person with him for security. And yet at the end of the day, we know that as Christian believers, that our times are in God's hands. And when our work is done, then we sort of pass from the scene. And so his life was short. He was young, but the impact he's had, I believe that his work was done and that he has been received into the arms of God, and that we who are alive should be motivated by his example. We should be inspired. Excuse me. We should be courageous. That's the example that he set.
Yeah, he went into the lion's den for sure, because those college campuses are preaching almost 100% against what he was trying to bring to those children. And you know what? He was so exciting. He was very positive, and he felt that there was changes being made, and he was right. A lot of those kids are mourning today because he did reach a lot of them, and it's amazing how many people he did reach. And it's going to be something that I'm sure is going to live on without him. But he did such a fantastic job, and I'm glad that we had you on to give us your thoughts about it, because you're the perfect person to deliver that message. Thank you very much, Dr. Swain.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Carol Swain, coming to us from Brentwood, Tennessee.